you're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
After the French Grand Prix, the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP team returned to the track for a private test at the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli circuit. The test was aimed at improving the performance of the YZR M1 ahead of the upcoming British Grand Prix. Fabio Quartararo, who previously took pole position at Jerez and Le Mans and the podium at the Spanish GP, returned to test the bike with his teammate Alex Rins. Rins also showed improved performance by finishing 8th in the sprint race and 12th in the main race at the French GP. This test is a continuation of Yamaha's efforts to develop the M1 engine and chassis. Previously, test rider Augusto Fernandez had tried an early version of the V4 engine specification in Valencia. However, Yamaha remains focused on developing the inline-4 engine, which has shown improved performance. The results of this test are expected to provide important data for Yamaha in preparation for the next race and bike development for the 2025 season. And here's the full news. Following an intense series of races at the start of the 2025 season, including the French Grand Prix at Le Mans, the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP team continued their technical development program with a private test at the Marco Simoncelli Misano World Circuit. The test involved the team's two main riders, Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins, who were on hand to test a number of new components to optimize the YZR M1's performance. This move is part of Yamaha's medium-term strategy to continue to improve their competitiveness in the premier MotoGP class. In recent seasons, the Iwata-based manufacturer has experienced fluctuations in performance, and now they are showing great commitment to returning to the front row. Focus on engine and chassis evaluation. During this closed-door test, Yamaha took advantage of the moment to test various technical elements, including updates to the chassis as well as the possible direction of developing a more competitive engine. Although rumors had previously circulated that Yamaha was considering the development of a V4 engine like those used by their rivals, for now they remain focused on Yamaha's signature inline-4 platform, which is now being modified to provide a balance between speed and agility. Fabio Quartararo, the 2021 MotoGP World Champion, has been one of the key figures in providing much-needed technical feedback to Yamaha's engineers. His early season performances have been positive, including pole positions at Jerez and Le Mans, as well as an important podium finish at the Spanish GP. His experience is invaluable in evaluating the feasibility and effectiveness of new components. Alex Rins, who joined the Yamaha team this year, has also shown consistent improvement. He put in a solid performance at Le Mans, finishing 8th in the sprint and 12th in the main race. In this test, Rins contributed to comparing the characteristics of the various configurations being tested. Yamaha's commitment to 2025. The Misano test is not just a short-term evaluation, but part of Yamaha's planning for the 2025 season. They want to ensure that technical development is in line with the needs of the riders, as well as being able to compete with the bikes of other manufacturers such as Ducati, KTM, and Aprilia that currently dominate the grid. As well as internal development, Yamaha is also benefiting from new regulations that allow teams that have yet to win to conduct more testing. This allows the Japanese manufacturer to hold more tests throughout the year and experiment with innovations, including in aerodynamics, electronic systems, and engine power management. Looking forward to the second half of the season. The data and findings from the Misano test will be important for Yamaha in the upcoming series, including the British GP at Silverstone, which is one of the fast circuits with different characteristics from previous tracks. Yamaha hopes to translate these test results into real improvements on the track, both in terms of single-lap speed and endurance throughout the race. With high spirits and relentless hard work, Yamaha appears serious in their ambition to return to the fight for victory and world titles in the future. The active participation of its two main riders in bike development emphasizes that the team is moving in a more competitive direction. The MotoGP world has been rocked by another big issue. Francesco "Pecco" Bagnaia, the main star and defending champion of the Lenovo Ducati team, is reportedly considering leaving the team that has raised him. This issue arose after news circulated that Pecco began to feel uncomfortable with the presence of Marc Marquez as his teammate next season. This news certainly surprised many parties, considering that Ducati is the most dominant bike in the last 2 seasons and has led Pecco to 2 world titles. However, the presence of Marquez, who is known as an aggressive and ambitious rider, is reportedly starting to disrupt the team's internal dynamics. Some inside sources revealed that tensions began to build even before the new season began. The situation didn't sit well with Pecco, who is more comfortable working in a calm and systematic atmosphere. He is said not to want to get involved in the Star Wars inside the Ducati garage and is starting to open himself up to offers from other teams. This is where Yamaha comes in as the most serious option. The Japanese manufacturer, who is rebuilding their strength after difficult times, reportedly moved quickly to offer Bagnaia an ambitious project. Yamaha not only promises a competitive bike, but also a strategic position in the development of the new YZR M1 engine, an offer that is difficult for a rider of Pecco's caliber to refuse. More interestingly, Fabio Quartararo, Yamaha's main rider, welcomed this issue very positively. In a brief interview after the practice session at Le Mans, Fabio expressed his interest in becoming Pecco's teammate. "Pecco is a great rider. If he really comes to Yamaha, I'm very happy. I think we can be a very strong pair. I can't wait to work with him," Fabio said enthusiastically. He added, "We have different riding styles, but that's actually good. We can complement each other and push Yamaha back to the top." This news certainly opens a new chapter in the transfer market for MotoGP riders next season. If true, the Fabio-Pecco duo will be one of the most explosive pairs in modern MotoGP history: 2 world champions, 2 big personalities, and 1 vision restoring Yamaha's glory. However, Pecco's move is certainly not without risk. Leaving Ducati, a team currently at the peak of its form, for a Yamaha that is on the mend, is a bold move. But if comfort and a central role are prioritized, then Yamaha could be a more ideal new home for the defending champion. To date, there has been no official statement from either Ducati or Yamaha. But internal sources say that talks have entered a serious stage and an announcement could come in the near future. Next season's MotoGP will certainly be hotter than ever. Will we really see the duo of Fabio and Pecco in Yamaha blue? Or is this just a pressure maneuver against Ducati? One thing is for sure, the on-track drama hasn't started yet, but the heat is already being felt from the garage. On the other hand, internal rivalry starts to heat up. According to sources close to the team, the friction between the 2 big stars started to show even before Marquez officially donned the red Ducati jersey. The 2 have very different characters. Pecco is known to be calm, analytical, and neat in his riding style, while Marquez is more aggressive, spontaneous, and full of ambition to prove he can still compete at the top. This situation made the atmosphere in the Ducati garage even more tense. Pecco, who previously felt like the golden boy of the Italian manufacturer, is now starting to feel his space is being squeezed. Moreover, several sources said that the team's focus also began to be divided between the 2 star riders. Yamaha comes with a tempting offer. Seeing this situation, Yamaha immediately moved quickly. The Japanese manufacturer, who is struggling to return to competitiveness, sees a great opportunity by approaching Bagnaia. Yamaha's long-term project to rebuild a competitive bike requires riders with experience and a winning mentality like Pecco. The offer is reportedly very serious, not only from a financial point of view, but also from a technical point of view and a motorcycle development project. Yamaha is ready to give Bagnaia a central role in the development of the new generation YZR M1, a challenge that is reportedly very attractive to the Italian world champion. Fabio Quartararo can't wait to duet with Pecco. Fabio Quartararo, who has been the backbone of Yamaha, finally opened his voice about the issue of Bagnaia's arrival. Instead of feeling threatened, Fabio is actually very enthusiastic. "I have great respect for Pecco as a racer and as a world champion. If it is true that he will go to Yamaha, I think it is extraordinary. I can't wait to work with him. We can be a very strong combination, Fabio said when interviewed after the free practice session at Le Mans. Fabio added that Pecco's presence could be a big boost for Yamaha to return to competing at the top of the standings. And we both have different styles, but that can actually complement each other. I'm sure we will push each other to be better, he added. Big step, but not without risk. While this news has Yamaha fans excited, Pecco's decision to leave Ducati is certainly no small thing. Ducati is the best bike in the last 2 seasons, and has given him 2 world titles. But if internal relations are no longer harmonious, even the best bike can feel uncomfortable.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.